where you can observe that the two-wire transmission lines, as we are going to discuss now, where it is a two lines, two wires it is being taken. The two wires have the distance covered is of a capital D between them, and small d gives the thickness of this transmission line. Okay, and this is the normal view, the two-wire transmission line. So now if we see from this particular side, so there is nothing but cross-sectional view. If we see these two cables from this particular view, then it looks like this. So this is a cross-sectional view. So whatever I have drawn here, the next diagram, it shows that it is a cross-sectional view. The top view, when we place that, a small points we used to observe here. So this is the cross-sectional view of these two transmission lines. So whenever we operate or we use these transmission lines, then the fields will be generated. We have an electric field and the magnetic fields as well. So in the between the capacitor plates, whenever we given a power supply, when it is being operated with some supply to the capacitor, so the field will be generated between the capacitor. So electric field will be generated between those two plates. The same concept is being working at this particular instant now. So we have a positive and a negative representation. Each and one wire is of negative nature, and the other it is being positive, it is being considered. And always the current flows from positive to negative. So this is nothing but the current is being, the electric field is being represented from positive to the negative point. So that's, these are the waves are called of the electric field lines. So these are called as electric field lines, which are always, it is being positioned from positive to negative. And now from the right hand thumbs rule or on a Biot-Savart's law, if you make use here, so when we place a right hand thumb over here, then you can observe that the thumb, it is been placing, the thumb is been placing towards you. Okay, you can see that when you place the thumb in this particular diagram here in the positive, whenever the thumb it is being placed, the thumb pointing out to you, then the folding of fingers, it represents the direction of magnetic field. So magnetic field will be represented and it will be of anti-clockwise direction, as the direction of fingers it is being represented when the thumb is pointing towards you right now. Okay, in front of the screen, as you are sitting over there, the thumb is pointing towards you, then fingers are in this particular direction, and accordingly the magnetic field will be produced in this particular direction. You can observe that electric field are like this and magnetic fields are like this. These two are perpendicular in nature. So almost all. So this is transverse. We can call that it is a transverse. Transverse means perpendicular and okay. Now in this case also, now it is being inverse. The thumb is exactly opposite to you. Then that shows that the fingers direction is along this clockwise direction. So this is how the direction of the fingers is being shown. So it is in this particular direction. So this is the direction of magnetic field in the negative transmission line over here, which is being considered as negative. So here also electric field and magnetic field will be transverse in nature. So this is the fields which are produced, the magnetic field and electric field which is being produced. You can take the screenshot over here and you can write it in the notes there. And this is how the fields are produced. And we can calculate the inductance and the capacitance of this particular two-wire transmission line by using the expression. Now you can see here, so if we take the two-wire transmission line, so if you take a two-wire transmission line, the equivalent circuit, it is being given by this particular diagram. This is the equivalent circuit where L is the inductance, R is the resistance, G is the conductance, C is the capacitance. So R, L, G, C is enough equivalent circuit diagram which has been involved the parameters inside a two-wire transmission line. And this is how the impedance can be calculated using the expression as root of R plus J omega L by G plus J omega C. Now if we consider under ideal conditions, In that case, there will not be any resistance and conductance over there. So that will be equal to 0. And once if you substitute these two are equal to 0, then we get j omega gets cancelled. Then expression of the impedance of this particular two-way transmission line, it is given by root L by C. Please, it is been asked a small problems. It is been asked and previously 2 to 3 marks. A problems it is been asked to calculate the inductance and capacitance. So this you might have noticed in an EMTL, electromagnetic waves and transmission lines. So this it has been come across over there, and you might be experienced that the questions 2 marks questions and 3 marks questions was asked based upon these expressions to calculate inductance and capacitance over there. And this is nothing but the expression to calculate the inductance and to calculate the capacitance. So you can take a screenshot of this so that you can write in the notes so that you can have a glance after finishing the class over there. And where mu is the permeability and epsilon is called as a permittivity. Okay, so I'll be going in detail regarding what is meant by permeability and permittivity and where it is being used. Okay, and next I am moving to the another transmission line. So the first basic we have finished. Now we are moving to the second transmission line. So that is nothing but coaxial cable. So if you see the coaxial cable here now, so this is nothing but the dish wire. As I have told you, the coaxial cable, it has inner conductor. This is the inner conductor and this is an outer conductor. And in between this, it is been filled with a dielectric material, or it is been called as insulating material. Okay. And now in this, this is the cross-sectional view of this coaxial cable. This D, it shows that the thickness of the inner conductor. Small d shows that the thickness of the inner conductor. And when it is being used, the supply is being given to this particular cable, then electric field are generated. You can see that arrow mark, which is being exactly perpendicular here. So this is nothing but electric field which is being produced in the cable. So this is the direction of electric field which is being generated. Okay. Now, when the electric field is being generated, now the same you can use for the case of magnetic fields, where using right hand thumbs rule, then the magnetic field will be in the clockwise direction, which is being shown over here. So this is the direction of the magnetic field which is being rotating here. And you can observe that these two are perpendicular, as the magnetic field will be up like this and electric field will be up like this. So it is being called as transverse electromagnetic wave. It is being called as transverse electromagnetic wave. Okay. So TEM waves are possible to propagate using this coaxial cable. So this is the final conclusion of the point that, so TEM, we have a transverse electromagnetic wave. It is being called as where electric field will be present and magnetic field is also will be present. So, and those two will be perpendicular to each other. Transverse means perpendicular. So these two will be perpendicular to each other. So a TEM wave is being possible to propagate using this coaxial cable. And we'll see same expression of the capacitance and the inductance. And I'll be giving, so you can see the expressions which is being given as inductance will be used by this particular expression and capacitance by this particular expression. So I have a note of this. So you can solve some basic examples by taking the parameters. As please do remember, we'll be working out with these expressions. A small basic examples will be done. Okay. Next, the third one, the last one, we'll see about the last micro transmission lines, which is used at microwaves. That is called as microstrip lines, the last type of transmission line. So with this, I will wind up the class. And you can see that this is the conductor. So this is nothing but the conductors is nothing but an outer conductors we have. And the black shaded one, it is nothing but strip. A strip or a patch, you can see that a patch. You might be knowing that if you have some scratch or wound on your somewhere, then you will be taking a band-aid, a round band-aid or a rectangular band-aid. So at the center, we will be having some medicine. The banded will have the medicine at the center. So whatever that patch will be having, so that it looks like the same. This patch, it is being looking like the same. Or you might have also noticed that if there is a puncture in the cycle tube, then we'll be having a patches of different shape. Okay, so it is also the same patch, but it is a conductor, and it is been here, it is been taking a rectangular one. So it is been a rectangular shape of the patch is being taken, and this is being called as strip, micro strip. Okay, so this is the construction of micro strip line, and it is been operating the similarly as electric field and magnetic field will be generated there. The same fields will be generating here in the case of microstrip lines also. And you can observe here that electric field will be generated, and that is being perpendicular to the direction of this patch which is being placed over here. So this is the nothing but, so do remember that it is been radiating in only two directions, not all the directions. Whereas coaxial cable was able to produce electric field in all the directions, both two-way transmission line and coaxial cable. And you can see that. But whereas here, it can be used. I'll be showing it once again so that you can clear now itself. You can see this. So you can see both electric field in the case of two-way transmission line, the electric field will be generated here in all the directions here in this towards, as there are two conductors, only one side it is been generating. And if you see the coaxial cable, you can see this particular diagram where electric field and magnetic field both are perpendicular, and it is been generating in all the directions electric field. But coming to the microstrip, it is been generating in only two directions. So it is being called as bidirectional. So it is been of bidirectional radiations. Only two ways, two directions it has been generating. And but whereas the magnetic field will be produced in all that it covers the entire strip over here. So the circles, whatever it is being given, it is the generation of magnetic fields. So this is how the generation of electric and magnetic fields will be taking place, and that is being noticed in this type of transmission lines. Okay, so next we'll see about the transmission. We have, I told that TEM, so transverse electromagnetic wave. So in the next class we are going to discuss in detail what is TE. Apart from TEM, we have one more mode of propagation, that is transverse electric, and one more is a transverse magnetic. So we have these three modes normally, and we are going to discuss in detail the few expressions we have. What are transverse electric waves which are generated, the small derivation we have, the theoretical concept. We have Ex, Ey, Ez. Similarly, Hx, Hy and Hz. What are the equations respect to these two modes we are going to discuss in the next class. That is afternoon I have once again. Please attend and don't be absent for the classwork. Okay. So now it has been already 10:30. I am winding up the class. So if you have any doubt, you can approach me in the next class only. Okay. So you can join in the next class. Okay. To the next class. Thank you, Andy. CR, please send the attendance, Andy.
Okay.